Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host, broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeartMedia studios and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. I have got some, again, breakthrough technology on the show. Joseph Pandolfino and Henry Sicignano, President, Founder, CEO, Chairman of Joseph is the chairman, CEO, and Henry is the president of 22nd Century Group, symbol XXII, and XXIIcentury.com. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning to both of you. Joseph, let me start with you, and Henry, I want to move into you also after this. Let's get a little background on the two. Really, the two captains of industry steering this ship and bringing us into the 21st century with your technology. First, gentlemen, if you can give us some background on you, and then let's get into what 22nd Century Group does.
Sure. I have a MBA from SUNY Buffalo, and immediately after graduating, I entered the herbal cigarette business, from importing cigarettes from the UK, and they were made from jasmine, ginseng, red clover, and that's pretty much the genesis how the company started, in that people were using them to actually quit smoking. We labeled them nicotine-free. The issue was the aroma and the taste characteristics were obviously unlike tobacco. So the idea was, if you could grow tobacco without nicotine and make nicotine-free tobacco cigarettes, they would have a much greater appeal. And that was back in 1998 when the company was founded, and we've been doing research and development ever since. And now we're on the cusp of transforming from a R&D company to commercializing our products.
All right. Now, thank you very much, Joseph. And Henry, you joined the company, I think it was April 2010, right?
That's right.
All right. Let's get a little background on you, and then we'll tag team it, if we will, of what 22nd Century Group does and what their breakthrough has been, and it's remarkable. Believe me. Please.
Sure. I met Joe in the late 1990s when I was working for Santa Fe Natural Tobacco Company. I was hired in 1998 to grow the Natural American Spirit brand at Santa Fe Natural. When I started, we had approximately $30 million in annual sales, and I grew the Natural American Spirit premium brand to about $150 million in sales when we sold the brand and the company to Santa Fe, or to R.J. Reynolds, for $356 million. So what I've done is taken all that experience and all our work with specialty stores, tobacconists, and smoke shops, and brought that to 22nd Century Group so that we can bring our super premium brands to market in much the same way.
Nice accomplishments, both of you gentlemen. All right, let's get into the company bio. What does 22nd Century do, and how have you managed to bring some breakthrough technology to the market?
Sure. We're actually a plant biotechnology company.
Right.
So through genetic engineering and plant breeding, we've focused on tobacco thus far. We have the world's lowest nicotine tobacco and the world's highest nicotine tobacco, and that's essentially done by either down-regulating key genes in the nicotine biosynthetic pathway in tobacco, or up-regulating the genes in the pathway. So what does that mean?
Right.
Again, world's lowest nicotine tobacco, about 97% less nicotine, and the world's highest nicotine tobacco. With those two types of tobacco, we can make products that are relevant and differentiated to the consumer. Our very low nicotine cigarettes are, again, 97% less nicotine than what is known as light cigarettes.
Whoa, 97%?
Yes, and we expect to get that up to about 99% within a year or so.
All right. Now, are these patented processes?
Yes, the processes are patented along with the tobacco plants and the products. And actually, we have 129 patents worldwide and another 51 pending applications.
Well, obviously, this is international ramifications. How many countries are these patents? Go ahead.
78 countries. And the reason why from the company's beginning we filed international patents is because essentially the incidence of smoking worldwide in virtually every country in the world is between like 12% and 25%.
Okay, then that's the low end. What about this other higher nicotine product?
So yes, the very low nicotine cigarettes, they've been actually subject to various clinical trials, and essentially what happens is that you smoke less cigarettes and or you quit smoking. So it's a win-win in either case. The higher nicotine cigarettes are really for smokers who are not interested in quitting, and although 50 to 70% of smokers say they want to quit, as far as actually trying each year, the number is a lot lower than that. So the high nicotine cigarettes, it's not to deliver more nicotine to the smoker. It's through smoking behavior, the smoker actually inhales less smoke and less tar and carbon monoxide, and that's really the bad components of cigarette smoke. The nicotine is, although it's essentially the addictive component, the tar and carbon monoxide are actually the components that are responsible for disease. So we estimate that with our, we dubbed it Brand B, our product in development, that smokers would essentially inhale approximately 50% less smoke. So you could imagine what that would mean across the country if all smokers collectively inhaled, half the amount of smoke than they normally do. There's little question that it would reduce disease drastically.
Now, you are the only publicly traded company focused on tobacco and cannabis, and I understand that you've got some breakthrough technology in regards to the cannabis products. Let's open that up for a few minutes. I think we've probably got about 3 minutes left on this side of the interview.
Okay, sure. It's essentially the same type of technology in that in tobacco, we have a monopoly on all the genes that produce nicotine and other nicotinic alkaloids. Well, in cannabis, it's essentially the same in that we have freedom to operate within the cannabinoid biosynthetic pathway. Mm-hmm. So all the genes in the cannabis plant that produce cannabinoids, including THC, we could really do the same thing that we do in tobacco. We could reduce all cannabinoids, we could increase all cannabinoids, but more interesting than that is that we could increase and decrease different types of cannabinoids to really tailor the plants for various uses, including medical marijuana. In the U.S. right now, 23 states have legalized medical marijuana, and in Canada, where this technology actually originated, the federal government in Canada made medical marijuana legal as of April 1st.
So can you actually, and let's bring Henry in on the conversation too, but Henry, can you actually start dissecting which diseases are going to be helped through the processes that you bring to market? And then focus those treatments through the products that you bring out?
Well, that's exactly right. We can isolate those various cannabinoids, CBD, for example, and by isolating those cannabinoids and increasing, say, CBD and then decreasing THC, you can make the cannabis plant more relevant to diseases like epilepsy or seizure-related disorders, so that those plants can address those disorders and at the same time not have the side effects of THC, where the patient would become high or those less desirable medical marijuana properties.
Got it. Gentlemen, we need to go to a break. I want to drill down more into the technology on the other side, talk about the 2013, 2014 milestones, and then what you hold for the future. All right?
Thank you. Sure.
You're welcome. We'll be right back on the other side of this break with Joseph Pandolfino and Henry Sicignano, president of the company, and Joseph is the chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, symbol XXII and XXIICentury.com. And special thanks to 1-800-PublicRelations.com for all their PR and media support. We'll be right back.
From the North Texas Traffic Center in Dallas, new accident out on 20 westbound at Wheatland Road. It is tying up your two right lanes, and we are starting to see delays stack up pretty heavy from 35E. Out in Euless, you're going to find a new problem as well. 121 northbound after Hardwood Road. It's tying up your left lane. Those delays are stacked up from 183. And out in Plano, we're still seeing this disabled vehicle in your right lane, 75 northbound at Park Boulevard. I'm Heather Anderson with your KFXR traffic.
Equal housing opportunity builder.
At Lennar, everything's included. All the add-ons and extras you could want simply included. Find a great selection of quick move-in homes with amazingly low prices and extra year-end savings at Lennar.com. Hurry in during Lennar's Yes event. Sale ends October 31st.
Hey Dallas, where do you go to hear the edgiest uncensored talk and cutting-edge local music? DeepElmOnAir.com. Whether you're looking for a good laugh, honest sports commentary, or DFW's best bands, DeepElmOnAir.com has got you covered. Deep Ellum on Air is located in the heart of Deep Ellum, where you can find the best local music, local businesses, and local people. This ain't your grandpa's radio. Heck, it ain't even radio. It's Deep Ellum on Air. Check them out at DeepElmOnAir.com today.
I'm Dr. James, founder of Diamond Physicians, a concierge medicine practice located in Dallas, Texas. Our Diamond 360 Advanced Physical Exam has been created for people like you who live a high-stress, fast-paced life. Every 40 seconds, someone in the U.S. experiences a life-changing heart attack or debilitating stroke. Negative stress tests and normal cholesterol levels do not exclude you. Half of all fatal heart attacks occur without warning. Diamond goes beyond traditional medicine with the Diamond 360 Advanced Physical Exam. Proven to prevent heart attacks, strokes, and diabetes. Contact Diamond now at 214-395-3491. That's 214-395-3491. Or visit our website at diamondphysicians.com to take the Diamond Challenge. If your Diamond 360 reveals perfect health, receive a full refund. Your loved ones will thank you.
Hi, I'm Jim LeCamp.
And I'm Pat Riddell, co-host of Money Sense at the Opening Bell.
Are you fed up with the endless, relentless arguments about bull market, bear market, trading range market, deflation, hyperinflation, and all the other chatter that leaves you on the sidelines, earning nothing, nada, zip?
Well, we have good news for you. There are opportunities in a highly uncertain environment like this if you know where to look. Let us help you. We'll show you how non-traditional investments can help you uncover uncommon returns.
Give us a call, 800-841-5388.
Or log on to money-sense.com.
From the Mini Cooper Weather Center, today mostly sunny and warm, high of 90. Tonight fair skies, low of 60. This report is brought to you by Service King Collision Repair.
At Service King, our highly trained specialists use super state-of-the-art technology, and their uncanny ability to remove all evidence a wreck ever occurred makes some wonder if they're actually robots. Which, of course, most of them aren't.
Service King Collision Repair.
Welcome back to the Traders Network. I'm Michael Yorba, your host, broadcasting to you live from the Dallas KFXR 1190 AM iHeartMedia studios and worldwide through yorbamedia.com. All right, I am joined with two gentlemen that actually are going to be ringing the closing bell on the New York Stock Exchange today at 4 p.m. It's going to be televised. and Joseph Pandolfino, CEO and Chairman, Henry Sicignano, President of 22nd Century Group, symbol, and you're going to want to note this, XXII is their website. Gentlemen, I really want to commend you for breaking just as you will, the glass ceiling on medical technology when it comes to tobacco. It's kind of been a taboo. It's not really, as I want to say, a politically correct situation, and you've made it something that is actually turned into a breakthrough technology with cannabis and breakthrough technology when it comes to smokers, reducing the nicotine by 96%? Is that right?
97, yes.
97%. Now, there's some other things that are coming up here. September 22nd, in September, the 22nd Century became a member of the U.S. Tobacco Master Settlement Agreement. What is that?
Yes, it actually took many months to become a member. Essentially, the Master Settlement Agreement, it's an agreement between the tobacco industry and 46 states that essentially says if you play by the rules, the states will not sue you. So it's very important for many reasons. That reason, but besides that, many wholesalers and distributors will not carry brands that are not produced by participating members of the MSA. So we intentionally haven't sold our products for the last 18 months until we became a member of the MSA, and that just happened a few weeks ago. So we're very excited in that we're gearing up now to distribute our brands across the U.S. and really in as little as a couple weeks.
All right, let me drill down into that, and Henry, chime in anytime you want, but what is this, you're going to launch your Magic brand in Spain?
Yes, well, in Spain, we've been working with several partners, actually, a Polish manufacturing facility, and with distributors in Spain, France, and Italy, actually, and our Magic brand in Spain to be launched this quarter is the world's lowest nicotine cigarette. It will be sold as a commercial cigarette, and it will be sold at prices rivaling the most expensive premium brands on the market. And in Europe, unlike the United States, in the United States, tar and nicotine numbers are not printed on the packs. But in Europe, it's law that the nicotine content of the cigarettes be printed directly on the pack. So we're very excited about customer reaction and our ability to actually put on the packs our nicotine levels for the Magic product.
I'll bet you are. What about Asia? Are you doing anything in Asia?
Well, we've been talking with several joint venture partners in Asia over the last 6 to 9 months. And we believe we are very close, actually, to making an announcement about a substantial joint venture in Asia. Our tobacco, we're sending several pallets of our tobacco in the end of October, actually, to be tested. And this tobacco is actually our high nicotine product. And we have very big expectations for a joint venture in 2014.
All right. Now, in the end of the last segment, I was talking about the technology here regarding your cannabis products, and I'd like to drill down into that because that's really where you see it all over the place. There's even new television networks showing up that are promoting medical uses for marijuana, the cannabis products. Can we drill down into that technology?
Sure. Before the break, what we did mention is the use for actually reducing cannabinoids in the marijuana plant. Right. And aside from the medical uses, hemp, which is the genome of hemp and marijuana are virtually identical. Hemp was bred over the centuries, for yield, and marijuana was bred for THC. So hemp worldwide, the issue with it, including in the United States, is that although the THC levels are quite low, governments have banned growing hemp in many countries because of the THC. So with our technology, similar to what we do in tobacco, we could knock out that residual amount of THC in hemp. For instance, in Canada, if you're a farmer, Canada does grow hemp. If the crop comes up 0.3% or higher of THC, the farmer has to destroy the entire crop. So we believe that our technology will really revitalize the hemp industry worldwide.
All right. Now, when you're talking about revitalizing the medical marijuana industry worldwide, you're talking about taking the adverse effects, the things that get you delirious or off kilter, if you will, and then focus on bringing out the medical side of it so that it helps various diseases. It sounds to me like we've got a product here that you've got to consider licensing the growing technology. It sounds like it could be a big play here. Can we talk about that? I mean, is it? Sure. And I don't go there if it's
THC
not. Right.
is one of various cannabinoids in medical marijuana. There's dozens of them actually, and there's been medical uses indicated for up to like 36 of these. So being able to increase the production of them in the plants is very important for extraction reasons, to make it more efficient to extract these cannabinoids, where you could isolate them as single cannabinoids or extract them and essentially blend them into different types of medications. So the U.S. is actually behind countries like Israel and Italy and Spain, where there's been much more research on the positive benefits of medical marijuana. And because it's been illegal in the U.S. for so long, the research is lags behind these other countries.
So you're breaking ground on many fronts, not only with the technology, but actually, being, like I said earlier in the last segment, the only publicly traded company to focus on tobacco and cannabis with all of this new technology and what you're doing for humanity. Not only you're curing people, but you're helping people get off of cigarettes, and you're 97% reduction in nicotine through this process. You got to be commended.
To give you an idea of the scope of tobacco use worldwide, I mean, you mentioned earlier in the Asian countries, it's actually growing. So worldwide, you have 1 billion smokers, which is approximately 1 out of 6 people, adults in the world. So it's per the World Health Organization, cigarette smoking is the number 1 cause of premature death in the entire world. And per the CDC, it's the number 1 cause of premature death in the United States.
Joseph, we've got to bring
that gives you an idea of the scope of products
Joseph,
that are really reduced risk.
We've got to bring the interview.
People call them safer, but the point is they're less hazardous than conventional cigarettes.
Joseph, we've got to bring the interview to a close. I want to thank you both, gentlemen, for being on the show. And everybody, tune in to the closing bell. These guys are going to ring it for us. All right, and special thanks to 1-800-PublicRelations.com for all your PR and media support.
Thanks for listening to today's program. The Traders Network is a production of Yorba.tv LLC and is streamed live and archived at yorbamedia.com. We invite you to listen live, join in the conversation real time, and link to the Traders Network on the Yorba Media website. All opinions in this show are that of the presenters or their guests, and not of this station's owners or management. These opinions are for educational purposes only and should not be interpreted as investment or financial advice. All investments involve risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Tune into the Traders Network every Monday through Friday afternoon here on 1190 a.m.